my first poem I've ever written. I just wrote it on Tuesday, so bear with me. The 96 Chevy Impala rode slowly down the block, creeping inch by inch like molasses on a tree. These automobile-like chariots are driven by God herself, choosing who lives and who dies. Only the strong survive. Once the target is selected, the headlights of hope and warning quickly vanish. The windows roll down like sleeves when it's cold, and all guns are pointed and drawn with potential for blood-splattered bodies to paint the town red. Moving closer and closer, these artists with godlike talent begin creating their masterpiece, using defenseless silhouettes as their canvas. The bullets pierce the skin like paintbrushes, and the screams and cries pierce the once silent neighborhood in which they stood. With every color added, another life is taken. It's that simple. Getting popped like pimples, if not dead, left cripples, the culprit fleeing the scene without leaving anything. It's that simple. It shouldn't be that simple. The unsuspecting victims lay on the pallet of death without a trace of what happened except the trace of blood and bullet shells that surround their bodies. These street soldiers with beaten souls who think they are invisible will do anything to defend their block, but their block is just a smaller block inside a bigger block, which we call a jail cell. But who is to blame? Our pants are saggy with the weight of loose coins. We all have potential to give change. The problem is we're too damn lazy and too damn greedy and too damn ignorant to see that the racial lies that once fostered our nation are the same ones that produce mass incarceration. Isn't it ironic that the young brothers who set themselves free from whips and chains and masters are the ones who drive whips and wear chains, yet aren't receiving their masters? Or our ancestors who used to forcefully work under beaten sons have transformed into deadbeat mothers and fathers who are forcefully beating their sons. For that I love guns, for success and opportunity, and point them at the heads for those who doubt me. Coincidentally, I'm doubting myself. So these suicidal thoughts are actually keeping me alive. And I love it.